All right, I got a few more questions I'm going to try to get through real quick. This will be Q&A video number 37. The first question comes from Dwight House. Wants to know how to do his reps fast or slow. If his goal is neither size nor strength, he just wants to be able to pull himself up over a ledge without exhausting himself. Now, I don't know if you realize it, Dwight, but strength is still a part of that goal. The stronger you are in relation to your body weight, the easier it's going to be to do that. Once you have a specific goal in mind, you then want to isolate what qualities you need to develop most. Where's the weak link in the chain? As it relates to your goal, you might want to focus on relative strength, concentric strength, or isometric strength. Let that guide you in terms of how you do what you do. But it's not so black and white to say to do all reps fast or all reps slow. It depends on the quality that you need to develop most to accomplish your goal. Now, next question comes from Vincente Aprile. Hopefully I said that right. Had a question about taking his sets to failure. Is one set to failure enough to promote a maximal growth response to the point that everything else you do is a total fucking waste of time? Or if one is good, is more better? Now, it's impossible to say for a bunch of reasons. Number one, when you take a set to failure, what have you done? You've recruited and fatigued as many muscle fibers as possible that you no longer have the capacity to overcome the resistance that you've chosen. If you reduce the resistance like you would with a drop set, likely you can extend the set. You also have to take into consideration the exercise. A squat and a deadlift is going to promote an entirely different response than a tricep press down or a calf raise. Also, how many reps you're able to get before reaching failure, which will be based on the load that you've chosen in relation to how strong you are, will determine the response that you get. Are you getting 1 or 2 reps before failure, or 10 or 12 or 15 or 25? There's too many things to take into consideration. What you're looking for is a magic number. You're focusing on external cues, but it doesn't work like that. If you want to build muscle, the formula is very simple. Recruit and fatigue as many muscle fibers as possible without overworking your capacity to recover. There's no magic number that will tell you if you have or have not done that. And that's the perfect segue into the next question from Animate Yourself. It says he takes every single set to failure and he's getting weaker. Wants to know if it would be detrimental to stop taking all sets to failure and just take 1 set to failure per exercise. Now, honestly, unless your goal is to continue getting weaker, it would be detrimental to continue doing what you're doing. Not only should you not take all sets to failure, I wouldn't take any sets to failure, because getting weaker, to me, is indicative that you've overworked your capacity to recover. Allow your body to recover from the work that you've done, then entertain the idea of increasing the demand. Dima Kot, hopefully I said that right, wanted me to talk about the biomechanics of a hack squat. I'm not going to do it. It's a total fucking waste of time because it's the same principles for all exercises. If you understand the universal law of levers, draw a stick figure of someone doing a squat and turn it 45 degrees. There's your biomechanics of a hack squat. Now, Richard Mason had some positive things to say. He said that likely much of what I talk about just goes way over most people's heads, but I've earned a subscriber from him. Then on multiple occasions, he's written that I will never reach 1,000 subscribers in this lifetime. So I don't know why you would write something positive, subscribe, and then write negative comments only to delete them moments later, but I still see them. Any comment that anybody writes, I get in my notifications. So even if you delete it, I can still go back and read it. So my question to you, Richard, are you dealing with some sort of personality disorder? Like, are you okay?